This is Ally on NBC. And you're watching the Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross Championships. This is the man they're all focused on. Ryan Dungey has the target on his helmet. He's got the target on his back. He's the points leader in this tour. And let's see if anyone can get him here at Redbud in Michigan.
In the world of sports, there is nothing greater than to be a fan, passionate and devoted. But in this world, our world, where the overwhelming enthusiasm and devotion to a favorite rider comes with the respect for the strength, the perseverance, and the commitment of the original action sports heroes. Because in our world, we ride, we cheer, we scream, and we celebrate the men and the machines that conquer the most difficult terrain on the most extreme motocross tracks on the planet. Today, as we celebrate our independence, we celebrate motocross. Next, here in Michigan, at the Rockstar Energy Drink, Redbud National.
We're just on top of the Michigan and Indiana state line for round 6 of the Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross Championship, the Rockstar Energy Drink, Redbud National. Hello everyone, Jason Wygant here at Redbud, celebrating the way the motocross fans celebrate Independence Day weekend. A huge crowd on hand, perfect weather, the best motocross riders in the world, and the best racetrack in the world. I think these folks could certainly make that argument. I'm pretty lucky myself, going to be joined in the booth by a couple of experts in the field, multi-time Duke Cup and X Games BMX champion Jamie Bestwick, and multi-time AMA Motocross champion Jeff Emmett. It's going to be a great day.
The scoop of the season has been Suzuki's Ryan Dungey. The rookie has came out and won 4 races in a row, and he has been dominant. How's he been doing it? Progression and consistency. Each day, he progresses from opening practice till the end of the day. And he is consistently the best rider at the end of each race. That's why he has the commanding points lead. But for the challengers, let's go down to Jamie Bestwick.
Hey, thanks a lot, Jeff. Mike Alessi, Chad Reed, Andrew Short, and of course, JGR's Josh Grant have all won motos this season. But it's the issues they're having a lot of trouble with. And, unlike Dungey, their inconsistency to back up their motos. While Dungey's pulling away at the top, they've got to be asking themselves a lot of questions. This weekend will prove to be their answers. Can they do it? For more, let's go to Tiffany Simons, which is at the start line.
Ryan, you come in to this weekend with a 51-point lead. You've won 4 weeks straight in a row, and you're a rookie. How comfortable are you being the guy everyone else is chasing?
You know, it's kind of a deal. You have to, you know, you have to do what you have to do. I think it's take one race at a time and enjoy it. You know, I think being a rookie is good and all, but at the same time, it's a challenge I've always been looking forward to. So just try to keep the momentum going and have some fun and enjoy each race.
Good luck to you today.
Thank you.
All right, now let's walk over here and let's talk to the defending champion, Chad Reed. Chad, you've had a crazy season so far, some ups, some downs. Where's your head at now?
My head's in the game right now, which is always a good thing. And yeah, it's been one of those seasons, but it started that way. So you know, just try to not to let it end that way. And we got a halfway to go. And first moto, I felt like I rode well. I just got to put myself in a little better positions and try and get a win.
Good luck to you today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And finally, let's go to the very back of this area to talk to Ben Townley. Ben, we missed seeing you in 08 and 09 due to injuries, and you've been building back to try and reach the status that you were at once before. How close do you think you are to returning to that?
I'm getting there. It's taking a little bit. You know, you take that long off of professional racing, and it's always going to take a little bit to get back into the mix again. But I'm definitely happy with the you know, momentum I've got right now. You know, I got on the podium at the last round, so that was good for me. And obviously leading that moto like I did, would have liked to finish that off. But you know, I got quite tired and I started to make a few mistakes, and obviously turned into a crash. But overall, we're definitely building the right way, and hopefully I can finish this one off.
Hang in there. Good luck to you.
Thanks.
Back to you guys.
Ryan Dungey, an amazing season he's put together. He won at Freestone in the heat of Texas. He won in the mud of High Point in Pennsylvania. Came back and won in the heat and the humidity in Maryland, and then in the altitude last week in Colorado. Is he unstoppable? We'll find out. The Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross Championship is brought to you by Lucas Oil, proud sponsor of the AMA Motocross Series. By GoPro, the world leader in wearable HD sports cameras. Be a hero, GoPro. By Rockstar, party like a rock star. Now available in 16 countries and 14 flavors. And by Toyota. NBC Sports live coverage of the Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross Championship, the Rockstar Energy Drink Red Bud National. Let's take you for a ride on this track, courtesy of the GoPro Hero Cam onboard. Travis Sewell, one of the local riders out here, Jeff Emig. He's headed to the biggest jump in this sport, Morocco's Leap. It's awesome.
Yeah, he certainly is, but before that, he's got to get through these sand rollers and all the rutted turns that we're going to have here at Red Bud today. So you can see him here getting through. This section's got some massive tabletop jumps, but no jump bigger on the AMA motocross circuit than what is coming up just after this left-hander right here. Through the turn, on the throttle, shifting gears.
That's 120 feet out, folks.
Morocco's Leap, yeah.
One of the legendary obstacles on this track, named after Mike LaRocco, the veteran racer from nearby Indiana who jumped that for the first time. And look at this. It's the equivalent of jumping a 5-story building, Jamie. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And even, you know, the animation there, you get style points for just doing a little manual across the top of the roof.
Yeah, you got to stick with your roots, right?
Yeah.
We already have moto number 1 in the books here. We'll run 2 motos today. Ryan Dungey came out on top, but it was an unbelievable battle with Chad Reed and Ben Townley. Townley went down in the last lap, dropped to 4th. So Andrew Short slid into the number 3 spot. You go all the way back to Brett Metcalfe, Josh Grant. Any of those guys could win this moto. Regal Sipes Way and Alessi rounding out the top 10. Alessi had trouble in that first moto, Jeff.
Alessi down on the first lap and managed to get inside the top 10, but definitely not what the KTM rider is looking for.
Well, that's been the story of the season. These guys have had the speed to match Dungey, Jamie, but they have not been able to close the deal. What do you think is preventing them from doing that?
Well, as we've seen in race 1, you know, it's purely a mental battle. You know, they physically have to stay in tune with what they're doing for the entire race. You know, Townley made a mistake because he got tired, and he openly said that too, and that's something that you really don't see from a lot of the racers. They kind of cover up, you know, and be this, like, godly figure, but Townley, he just said it how it was, so he made a mistake, he paid the price. He's going to try and get it this race, though.
Now, you saw those results from the first moto, folks. We will combine those scores with the results from this one to determine an overall victory today. Let's go racing at Red Bud. Dungey's going to lead Andrew Short into the first turn. Dungey's on the yellow bike, the number 5, but look at Short on the inside trying to run with him. Not going to happen.
All our top riders are right inside the top 5 there. Reed's in there, Townley, Metcalfe.
Perfect scenario right here as they drop down this big ski jump. Short's the man in second. Reed is the man in third in the green. He wants to go after Short, make short work of him, and then go after Dungey. Look at him bouncing around this track. It's super rough, Jamie.
That's right. They don't need to let Dungey get ahead right now. He's looking to make a huge impact in these early laps. Short needs to stay with him. Grant needs to stay with him, and so does Reed.
Let's see if Reed can make his move around the 29. He's going to follow Dungey on the inside. A lot of different lines out here, a lot of different places to go.
Well, there certainly is going to be plenty of lines. Oh, and it's Short stealing the lead.
Woo! Nice job. Short had gotten 5 straight pole shots in this series. He finally gets a second-place start and then takes the lead anyway. He's comfortable up front.
That's pretty aggressive. In the first moto, Short had the lead. He was bounced around, battled hard. But this moto, he means business. There's no doubt that he wants to go out and try to win this one.
Dungey almost high-sided there. He almost clipped wheels. This is crazy. And he just shrugs that off, goes to the inside. No running room. Short able to hold him off.
No, not at all. You know, and this is Short's problem. Like, you know, before Dungey would take the lead, and he couldn't get in tune with him. You know, Short would take the lead, Dungey would get him past, and Short wouldn't answer back. But this is aggressive riding from Short, and this is what the fans have wanted to see for quite some time.
Yeah, Jamie, you're exactly right. And this is what you have to do if you're one of the challengers trying to knock the guy off of his rhythm, the guy that has all the confidence, the bike's working great, everything's flowing. You have to go out and attack him and give him no breathing room to ride his own race.
Short pulling away, and there's Larocco's leap for the first time. 120 feet out. Short nails it perfectly. He's got Dungey, Townley, Reed, and I'm also seeing the 800 of Mike Alessi up in the mix here too. So like you said, Jeff, all the front runners are there.
You know, we saw in Moto 1 that every time that somebody got past Dungey would kind of step back a little bit. He would regroup, refocus, and then go after him again. But this time, Short looks like he's got the bit between his teeth, and he's trying to make a run for it.
Of course, we'll cover each and every one of those first motos this year on allysports.com, our web home. And that was spectacular, that first moto battle. We got a rematch here. Ben Townley on the 101. Chad Reed on the number 1. Dungey on the 5. Short on the 29. Tough to call them, they're so close, Jeff.
Yeah, this is a fantastic moto once again, just like we saw you know, out of Moto 1. But the track now is so brutal. I'm telling you, those holes out there and the bumps they're so deep, 2 or 3 feet deep in spots, especially here after this left-hander. When they come down into the right-handed off-camber, it is brutal coming into there.
Oh, Dungey steps out of line. And don't think that Townley and Reed back there 3rd and 4th, did you see that? They're looking for mistakes and an opportunity to pounce. So the man who is dominating this series, running in the number 5 spot right now. Short a little mistake, manages to maintain the spot. This is a great setup for it's going to be a great day of racing here. Enjoy it, folks. There's Lake Michigan. Great way to spend Independence Day weekend. The battle is on here at Red Bud Rockstar Energy Drink, Red Bud National. Ryan Dungey on the inside, trying to take the lead for Andrew Short, and Dungey hangs him out to dry on the outside and grabs the number 1 spot. Jason Wygant, Jeff Emick, Jamie Bestwick giving me the call. This is how Dungey does it. He lays back a little bit, Jamie, and like you said, then he responds.
That's right. Great move there from Ryan Dungey. Saw which line Short had been taken. And, you know, it's pretty similar to the line that Short was taking all Moto 1. He went wide, he squared it up, he hit the gas. Dungey got him.
And look at the top of your screen on the red bike, the 101 of Ben Townley looking for redemption after falling with the lead in Moto number 1 and giving up the Moto win. Here he goes.
Woo! Quick pass on Short, moves into the number 2 spot instantly. He knows he's got to respond, and they jump the 120-foot gap together. And right now, Townley in control of 2nd.
And where's Chad Reed? He should be running 4th just behind this group.
Saw a brief mistake out of Reed when we were watching Short and Townley. Just got cross-roaded, lost a little bit of ground, but he's still in the hunt for 4th, Jimmy.
Yeah, he is, and he'll be the next one to pick off Andrew Short. You know, Andrew just seems to be a little bit demoralized now that these two have easily got past him. But the race is on for Townley. Can he pick up on the mistake that cost him race 1? You know what? It's all about an unfold, but I tell you what, he will give it his best shot because this kid, he's got a pretty wild style out there.
Well, the amazing story for Townley, he had a shoulder injury that he could not heal. For 2008, 2009, he could not race for 2 years. He's finally back, and he's this close to finally getting a win. Tiffany Simons, what do you have on the 101 of Ben Townley?
I talked to Ben after Moto 1, and he told me he realized certain lines that he was taking that felt really good were actually adding more time. So that's something he went back and adjusted and figured out where he needed to fix the line so he could add back the time that he lost in Moto 1.
Paying off right now. He's got a good line selection, Jeff, and he's keeping the heat on the 5 of Dungey.
And he is working it. He is all over the track right now. Last lap around, Dungey was a 2:17.5, Townley a 2:17.5, and Short and Reed were back at a 2:20.
Unbelievable how choppy and rough this track has gotten. Townley trying to keep Dungey in his sights. And Reed just struck. I think, like you said, he was going to be the next guy.
Yeah, you know, Andrew is just struggling right now. You know, that's the biggest thing he's got to work on, is just not letting people pass, being ruthless enough to keep his position and keeping that focus. But Reed's through. If Townley and Dungey get into it, Reed's going to be catching up real soon.
Well, we got the perfect scenario. We had an amazing first moto here at Red Bud. We're going to show you the highlights of it. And the same guys who are battling for that moto win are 1, 2, 3 in this one. Now, Andrew Short had come into Red Bud with a streak of 4 straight hole shots, and he got another one here.
He nailed the start, just so dialed in on the Red Bull Racing Honda, and all the good guys were up front. And then the battle continued. It heated up. Here's the 101 of Ben Townley, passing Short for the lead and going after it.
Yeah, Short would come back on him, and then we'd have even more racing. Yeah, Ryan Dungey getting into the mix, battling it out with Short, Jamie.
Yeah, when Dungey gets in the mix, you know, the only thing on his mind is to win.
Yep.
He saw Townley out ahead. He had to make that first position spot his.
then Chad Reed begins to catch fire here. He's going to go after Short. Short had actually passed Dungey back a couple of times, but once he settled into third, can't settle. Here comes Reed up to the number 3 spot, Jeff.
And it was just unbelievable through most of the race. There were 4 riders that you could throw a blanket over them in one turn.
Townley and Dungey, look at this, side by side. There's one line on this jump, and they almost collided there. Watch this, the next lap, Dungey gets next to him again. Townley just would not give that number 1 spot back. Look at this.
Watch this, the riders are just tooth and nail all the way through, and this is on the final lap.
Townley throws it away. Reed tangles with Townley. Dungey squeezes through. That's the way it's gone this season for the number 5.
It was a roll of the dice. If the bike would have fallen the other way, it would have taken Dungey out and Reed would have got a win. But hey, that's what happens when you're the champion. You get all the luck.
Yeah, unbelievable. Ryan Dungey squeaks through to get the first moto victory, and he's out front here in Moto 2. Ben Townley, like you said, Jeff, had the lead in the last lap of that first race today. He can still see Dungey here in the second one.
Well, and while we were watching those highlights, Dungey turned to 2:17.7, Townley up into the 2:18s, and Reed at 2:17.
Yeah, so they're pretty much matching the pace. Let's see Alessi here on the 800 on that new 350 KTM. Everyone else out here running 450cc bikes, like Short on the 29 and Metcalfe on the 24. That's a pair of Honda 450s, but 2 different teams. The factory Red Bull team of Short and the Geico Power Sports support team of Metcalfe. Metcalfe has really been shining this year on this bike.
Well, and he was just off of the lead pack for most of the first moto. But I tell you now, it's mentally going to be frustrating for Short, who was once again had the start and got dropped by 3 other riders.
And these bikes come off the shelf the same way. They're both 450cc Hondas, but the 2 teams have 2 completely different ways, of course, of tuning these machines. But it's amazing that they meet basically right here in the middle on the racetrack. And then Alessi on the 350 KTM, a little bit lighter, a little bit easier to handle. He's keeping some heat on them.
Yeah, he is, you know, but you just wonder if the displacement is really working against him, you know. Alessi, he wants it so bad. I don't know, there's just something not working for it right now. He just doesn't seem to be trying hard enough because he wants it so bad.
Yeah, it's almost the opposite, working against him. He is in 6th right now, and they're, of course, all chasing Ryan Dungey, who's beginning to inch away again. We started this show saying, is he unbeatable? He just might be today at Redbud. Stay with us here on NBC. For everything action sports, log on to allysports.com. We've been talking about our first moto today, and we have live webcast coverage of each and every first moto in this tour on Ally Sports. Check it out for videos, photos, results, athlete bios, and more. And that includes more information on Ryan Dungey, the man leading this race. Speaking of Ally Sports, let's throw it down to Jackie Pickering of Ally. Jackie?
Thanks, Jason. Well, speaking of allysports.com, that's where you go for everything action sports, and it is also the home for the Ally Show, which features a different action sports athlete every week. If you missed it at High Point, we caught up with the Hahn brothers. Let's check out the feature.
Texas. This is where my brother and I live.
When we were growing up, it was always competitive, and you know, it's always been playful too, but it's the same way to this day. Like, I want to be better on race day than he does, because on the way home, it's who has the bragging rights, you know?
It's pretty easy to forget about me. I'm not really outspoken or anything. I just try to let my riding do the talking.
Well, if that little teaser just wasn't enough, make sure to log on to allysports.com for the full episode. But before I send it back to the guys, I want to introduce a very special fan that has joined here with me, John Kippy. John has been trying to make it out here for the last 8 years, but has been deployed over in Afghanistan. So, John, now that you're here for the first time right in front of Larocco's Leap, what was it like when you saw some people take that jump?
It was about the best thing I ever saw. This track is awesome. That's only... pretty much speechless, I don't know.
Well, that pretty much sums it up. He's speechless. Thank you so much, sir, and best of luck. I know you head back out on Monday, and we'll send it back over to you guys.
Happy Independence Day weekend for sure for him. We got a change over here. Chad Reed has gotten around Ben Townley for 2nd, so he's going to make a run after Dungey. And we want to mention the Hahn boys. They're both out with injuries this weekend. Tommy broke 2 bones in his foot last week at Colorado, but he said he's going to be back for the next round of the tour. We got a weekend off, and they'll be racing at Millville, Minnesota. So it'll be good to see the number 10 back out there. And he normally mixes it up right here. these podium positions.
Yeah, it happened so quick in AMA Motocross with those injuries, and both boys were trying really hard. Just like Chad Reed, who now has really caught fire and got past Townley. And you got to wonder, Townley mentioned that he got fatigued at the end of that first moto. Put in a strong beginning here to the second moto, but as we're halfway through, that foundation that he needed probably not quite there yet.
That could be a factor as we watch Reed make this pass, James.
Yeah, that's right. You know, Reed, the more experienced, he's used to winning races. He knows what it takes to outlast his opponents. But now, you know, he's looking at a 7-second gap up to Dungey. So, you know, it's all on him. But Dungey right now, he's followed Short, he's followed Townley. He's not making mistakes. He's seen where their fast lines were. He's just capitalizing. He's got open track.
Yeah, in 13 minutes plus 2 laps. If he can reel in Dungey, oh, it'd be huge. He could win the overall. He was second to first moto. Any mistake by Ryan Dungey, which he hasn't cracked this season, okay, since he started winning, Dungey's been awesome. But you can see now Chad Reed just starting to bounce his way through this, starting to find a rhythm that he hasn't had the last few weeks.
Well, this is what motocross is all about, the nitty-gritty. Everyone can go fast for a few laps, but to do it twice on a rough track, see Short, now Metcalfe, and the privateer Kyle Regal coming through.
But I think either way, for Chad Reed, this is going to be a great weekend. Even if he gets second this weekend, he's still going to make an impact.
Just missed the 33 of Josh Grant going by. He won this race last year. He is 8th right now, struggling big time. Ryan Sipes coming through the number 9 spot, over 30 seconds behind the leader, and the 122 on the Rockstar Valley Yamaha. Dan Reardon, the Australian, rounds out the top 10. So that's how close your top 10 are. They're all within about 36 seconds of each other. He's got that GoPro Hero on board. So we'll have some pretty cool shots. We usually show that stuff on the AlliedSports.com first moto too. So
yeah, that's what's so great about the website. There's so much awesome content on there. Yeah, that's cool.
So Alessi is back in 7th. That's not where he wants to be. He's actually got passed by Regal, who is a privateer. And here is Reardon, who actually made his mark when Chad Reed was back home in his native Australia a couple of years ago in the summertime and decided to race a local motocross race. Dan Reardon gave Chad Reed all he can handle. And the American teams are out there immediately faxing contracts over to Dan Reardon, but he has not quite been able to live up to that height since he's moved to the U.S. Here he is in 10th.
He's had some flashes of brilliance here and there and shown some speed, but you know, he's hanging in there. This is a new team, this Valley Motorsports team. They've been through a host of riders this year. They've been just a barrage of injuries along the way. Tedesco, Michael Byrne, you know, you name it. But Reardon out there holding up the flag, top 10 here in AMA Motocross.
Well, it's truly an international event. You got Reardon, Metcalfe, and Reed from Australia in the top 10. The New Zealander Townley in 3rd. But the American Dungey leading the way on Independence Day weekend. Stay with us.
Monday.
Oh, they've been racing here for nearly 40 years, and this is why it's the motocross tradition for July 4th weekend. From fireworks on the track to fireworks off the track, they've got it all here at Redbud. That's why we pack in so many fans of all ages to watch the best motocross riders in the world do battle. Ryan Dungey is staking his claim as the best rider in the world. It's a little squirrely there on the top of that Redbud tabletop, though, Jeff.
Yeah, he missed his rut there, and I tell you, it's not hard to do right now. This track is brutal. It's treacherous out there, and the lines have changed. And where earlier in the moto, he might have gone right, or even in the first moto, now he's going left through here. And they were all over the place in Moto 1 as that battle just ensued. But you can see right now, and he's got no pressure right now. And he's starting to make those mistakes. So could that be that, okay, now he's backed off Jamie a little bit. You make little mistakes. This is where you hand those races over. You have to stay focused all the way to the end.
What we saw in race 1, Townley gets all the way to the end, falls off. You know, could this be happening to Ryan Dungey? You know, you don't know. But it's those little mistakes that take people out of races. And yes, you know, he does have a comfortable cushion, but it's not comfortable enough if you crash.
Yeah, it's only 9 seconds between Dungey and Reed. Dungey right now is laying stake to the Rockstar Energy Drink fast lap, fastest lap of the moto. He ran a 2:19, or a 2:17.1. where Reed ran a 2:17.4 and Townley a 2:17.5. That's how close they are. They're only a few tenths off, but it's just enough for Dungey to get away.
Yeah, and with 7.5 minutes plus 2 laps left, you know, these things finish up like it is with Reed finally getting the ship steered in the right direction. You know, coming into this, he was only 7 points behind Brett Metcalfe. Reed was in 3rd point, Metcalfe 2nd. This is going to tighten that battle up because Metcalfe, once again, is back in 5th in this moto.
Well, yeah, to give you an idea of the dominance of Dungey, positioned 2nd through 7th in the series standings. 2nd through 7th separated by only 16 points coming into this race, and then a 51-point gap from 2nd to 1st. Let's send it down trackside with Tiffany Simons. What's happening?
Well, guys, as you know, when you're in this type of profession, you have to put your fear aside. But it's comforting for these riders to know that their safety is the main priority of one man in particular, Dr. Bodner. He and his staff offer the best medical assistance to be found on the track.
Well, the medical center has been a great success ever since day one because of all that we can do. I mean, it's an area that we feel makes us unique in a lot of the motorsports because we can cover so much of the injuries here on the tracks.
You know, they're going to do all you can, and I think, I mean, whatever the case scenario is, you know, they're going to, you know, get you through it best and supply you with the best equipment.
With people like Dr. Bodner, who has a lot of experience in emergency, and it's really awesome to have at the races with, you know, the chances of injuries real, and time is so important, and they've done a great job, and it's great that Asterix is supporting this program.
We push that we just want them safe, we want to take care of them, and but we're the same team every week, and they get to respect us. So if we do tell them that this is an injury, you really shouldn't ride this week, and we're finding over the years especially that they're really listening to us. We can extend their careers by making sure they stay away from the bike for a few extra weeks if that's what it takes, and now we're seeing they're actually following that quite a bit, so we're real happy about that.
That's awesome, the stuff that those folks do for the series, Jeff.
Well, and it's also comforting to have that familiar face there, especially in the event of an accident when, you know, your world is turned upside down along with the motorcycle. It's comforting to know that they're right there on the scene. Great staff.
That's the Rockstar Makita Suzuki man, Dungey, the number 5, just came through the screen. He's got a big lead over Chad Reed now. So Chad Reed is an improvement this weekend, but he's got the number 1 plate on the bike for a reason. He wants to win these races, not finish 2nd. Townley on the Lucas Oil Troy Lee Honda is 3rd. And then we got a battle. Those 2 Hondas still going on. The 29 is Short, the 24 Metcalfe. This is good, Jamie.
Yeah, it is, you know, but it's really, Short should have been up at the front. Like, you know, yeah, he's in a battle for 4th right now, but he should be in a battle for 1st. He has the ability. He just needs to get aggressive.
Yeah, and it's like he's comfortable when he gets to 4th, when he unfortunately worked his way back to 4th. Okay, now I'm going to put my foot down. This is as far back as I'm going. Mentally, Jamie, he needs to say, no, 1st place is as far back as I'm going.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, for sure. You know, that should be the only thing on his mind. He's got the experience. He's raced against the best guys in the world for seasons, you know. Right now, he should be challenging for the lead. He's on a great bike. He's physically fit. I don't know, he's just missing a little piece, and it's that little piece that could take him to the number 1 spot. And
you know, and he's made some strides forward this year. I've been really proud of some of the rides that he's had along the way, winning the motos and all that. But right now, he's got his hands full.
Oh yeah, here comes Metcalfe. The Australian goes from outside to inside and puts the number 24 machine into the number 4 spot. And Short continues to work his way backwards. He's now in 5th.
But there again, you know, you look at Andrew, and he just saw that Metcalfe just went past him. But the way Metcalfe went past, it was like, I'm shutting the door on you. I want this position more than you want it.
Let's see if Metcalfe can make a run toward the podium finishers. Townley, Reed, Dungey, 1, 2, 3. We'll see if the 24 can reel them in. And some fun there on the shores of Lake Michigan. Not too far from us here at Redbud. Don't forget the Prefontaine Classic coming up next. The world's track and field stars compete in the nation's premier event, the Prefontaine Classic, coming up next, only on NBC. And our leader here at Redbud is Ryan Dungey here, the number 5. He could be a track star. He was able to run and hide. He put in that sprint, the dash, and that's it. See you later, gang.
Yeah, he's done it all, and he's finishing off the marathon at this point, you know. The track is brutal right now, and Dungey has shown the ability that late in the 2nd moto that he just excels. And if there was a way to tighten this group up here for the end of Moto 2, I think that you'd have to smooth out the track and make it easier, because fitness-wise, mentally, these guys, they just cannot touch him now. He is just
I mean, remember, just in the last year, he's grown so much.
Oh, yeah.
He's matured so much. And it's like last year he was this 250 rider. He was still kind of a kid. Now he's AMA Supercross champion, certainly on his way to being AMA Motocross champion. Now he's a man. He's in command of this thing.
Yeah, but I think that is just showing that his peers, that he is able to lead races and he is able to take charge of a championship, you know, and that goes a long way. And in the minds of the other riders, they see this, and it's a little bit demoralizing for some of them.
Well, and we've watched his progress ever since he's been a professional. There was some low lows in there. There was some hard lessons learned, okay? But that's the thing, is he learned from it. He worked with his family and everyone on the team, the influence that Ricky Carmichael and the whole group from down in Florida has had on him. And the thing is that he's self-motivated at this point, and he wants it more than anybody out there.
And this is the payoff in the '1 spot by 12.5 seconds.
And look at the track.
Yeah.
It's so brutal right now. I don't remember it being quite this bad back in my days, back in the 90s, but I'm telling you,
it's hard to give credit to the fitness. You can't see how hard these guys are sweating, how hard they're breathing, but Dungey is one of the most fit athletes in the world, running, bicycle, or motocross bike.
Well, and that's the thing, is you do all of the work during the week, like you, Jamie, and doing all of your runs and practicing over and over and all the hard work involved, and then you make it look easy on race day or on the performance day.
Yeah, and Ryan has an uncanny knack of making, you know, he's riding flat out right now, but he looks so slow and so smooth, and it's just effortless. And that's the beautiful thing about this kid, is it's just everything seems to be effortless for him. Taking charge of a race, it's not a big deal.
And that comes from his technique, and, you know, structurally everything being perfect. He's worked so hard on that. And in the beginning of his career, I think he got a little bit of flack for his style being kind of mechanical, okay, and not the flowing, natural Kevin Windham type of technique. But certainly, if he goes out and keeps winning like he is, all of a sudden, this is going to be the new technique.
Yeah.
That all the kids are going to follow.
They're definitely going to be following this on the track and off. Now he's headed towards Larocco's Leap. We mentioned that's the biggest jump on this tour. We made a chance to talk to some of the riders about what it's like to go 120 feet out and 5 stories up.
I mean, that jump is, I mean, it's, you know, it's history. It's Larocco's Leap, and made a bet with one of my buddies. I said, hey, give me $500 and I'll jump this first lap without even sizing it up or looking at it. And he's like, all right, you're on. So first lap of practice, I come around and I realize after I went through the inside line, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a $500 bet about hitting this. And I came around the inside and I just ripped the corner, and I'm like, I have to go for it. Came around wide open, just pulled up, aired it out first lap, landed it perfect.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting jumping that jump. Depending on how they prep the track, it can make it tricky. If you're on a smaller bike, it can make it tricky for speed and for run-up to get up there. There's a lot of fans standing right near that jump, so if you case it, they know about it, and they love it.
It's just a really big step up, and I look forward to hitting it for sure this year. I mean, it's one of those jumps where you can get some sick air and get a nice big whip for the fans, and they go crazy over it.
You know, it's a big jump, and I think it's one of the biggest jumps, you know, in the outdoor series. So it's going to be fun to hit this year, and, you know, the fans love it right there. You can always hear them yelling.
Man, that is awesome. Larocco's Leap. Check it out, Jeff. And the majority of these guys, these 450s, can get over that thing.
Oh, yeah, they definitely have the power on these big 450 machines. You can see some of the riders right there, and it's amazing how you can come over and thread the needle right where these track markers are. The guys will land right there.
Yeah, the thing I love about this jump is the fans that are at the side of this jump are like a pack of caged animals. Like, the minute you give them any hint of style over that jump, and they go wild. The minute you case it, they go crazy. So
yeah, and Jamie, you made a career out of precision landings. Would you hit that?
I can hand on heart say there is no way I would hit that jump.
Well, I would not do a 10-foot air out of a super pipe either, so I guess we're even, right?
It's 5 stories high, 120 feet out. Let's check out Josh Grant here on the 33. He's the one on the left side of your screen.
he was a favorite to win this race. He won it last year. You were over there talking to him before the race day, but struggling a little bit.
Yeah, he was struggling. He took a big crash in practice, and you know, I talked to his mechanic, Pat, and he just said the same, that he was just struggling. It was just weighing on his mind too much, and I think that's the thing with Josh. It's all or nothing. If he's feeling good on race day, he is going to pin it 100%. If he ain't feeling good, he just winds it back. And, you know, that's a shame, because this was the site of his 450 win last year,
right.
and it was a huge deal. He took Chad Reed to the limit. So for him not to come back and repeat that, it's kind of it's a little bit of a downer.
Well, then as you're looking at the rider just in front of him, Regal, who really has, the first motos have been tough for him this year, but the second motos, when it's hot and rough, the heat and humidity's kicking in, Regal really has stepped it up.
Regal on the last lap here. He is an 18-year-old kid out of Texas, drives his own van to the races with his own bike in the back. He doesn't have the full support of that muscle milk Toyota JGR team like Grant does, and Grant just put the bike in front of him. I'm going past you, Kyle Regal.
Talk about hooking up there after that finish line as he cut left there under the start.
And Andrew Short's not that far in front of him, by the way.
But looking at Grant's style, getting past Regal, and it's that all or nothing style. It's so loose and on edge and just hanging on for dear life, but he gets the job done.
And he's got the Short and Metcalfe not too far in front of him on this last lap, so Grant's digging deep, but no one digging deeper than this guy, Ryan Dungey. They were close to him in the first moto, but here in Moto 2, when fitness really played a factor, when the track got rougher, the temperatures got hotter, didn't affect this kid at all.
Look at this. It really hasn't dried out much. Remember in the first moto how deep and muddy it was right there, but I'll tell you, Dungey, once again, dominant rider, and remember, he's a rookie. Rookies aren't supposed to go out and dominate the series, but this year in AMA Supercross and now AMA Motocross, strong.
You know, we were talking about the challengers earlier on today, and I think they missed their opportunity. Really, Moto 1 should have been the time to seal the deal, because he's come back in this moto and he has dominated. He's not given anybody an inch, and if they got in front of him, he didn't let them get too far ahead. He made sure that he made the pass quick and clean and got on with fast laps.
Yeah, and to go back to the opening of the show and my points about, you know, progression. You want to progress throughout the day. Certainly has progressed.
You're right.
Consistently first. That's a good thing.
Good. Top one.
Okay.
Yeah.
My 2 bullet points, he's once again executed to perfection.
And Jeff, I want to just talk about as he hits Larocco's leap for the last time. Just want to talk about, he is the rookie, but man, he sure doesn't ride like it. We've seen very few mistakes out of him all year. The indoor tour in Supercross and the outdoor tour here in Motocross. Ryan Dungey is going to win his 5th straight Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross Championship event in a dominant second moto run. His mechanic there, Mike Gosler, who's wrenched for the greats, Ricky Carmichael, and last year Chad Reed. He's ready to congratulate his man as they head to the podium. We'll be back to wrap this one up and talk to our winner, Ryan Dungey. Once again, they had him in their sights, and then he just got away from them. Great way to spend a holiday weekend here in Michigan. So glad you could be with us at Redbud. Stay tuned. We'll be on the podium to talk to our winners.
I've been around motocross for nearly 40 years and seen a lot of companies come and go.
Ryan Dungey celebrating. Team Dungey has come, they have saw, and they have conquered here at Redbud, and these other riders were so close to him earlier in the day, but late in it, he was able to pull away, and we'll show you that in the Lucas Oil race recap. Here's Dungey battling with Andrew Short early on, Jeff, and Short put it to him.
Well, and once again, just as in Moto 1, all the big name players were right there. Look at that, 4 or 5 riders all in one corner. It was there for the take, it was their opportunity, but
Dungey was able to strike and get it back from Short, and then Short was headed backwards, Jamie.
Yeah, that's right. You know, it's been a tough day for Andrew Short, but, you know, valuable lessons have been learned by him. But, you know, Chad Reed looked like he was coming on strong and could have made the charge to catch Dungey, but Dungey's the man today.
That's right. Be a perfect way to spend 4th of July tomorrow back at the ranch in Florida. He's going to have the big trophy, Ryan Dungey, his 8th moto of the year, and that is 5 straight overalls. We've only raced 6 races this year. Show you the results. Reed, like you said, Jamie, couldn't run him down in 2nd. Ben Townley of the Lucas Oil Troy Lee Honda ends up 3rd. Metcalfe outduels Short for 4th and 5th. Grant, Regal, Sipes, Alessi, Cunningham ran out the top 10. Tough day for Alessi. We'll give you the rest of the top 20. Bunch of Yamahas there. Chisholm, a rookie, Taron O'Dell, Shane Sewell, local boy, Haas, Kendall, Wharton. That's the older brother of one of our lights riders, 16th. And it was Strang, Brayton, Renner, and Grant Langston. Let's send it down to the podium with Tiffany.
All right, Ryan, the wins just keep coming, 5 in a row now, but I think it goes beyond that. And it seems like you want this more than anyone else out there.
Yeah, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we just try to be the best we can, like I said before. And, you know, everybody works hard. Team Rockstar, Makita Suzuki, and Yo Shamir. And it's a team effort, you know. It's not just me out there. I do what I got to do during the week, but I got to thank all of them.
When you go look back at the first moto and how crazy it was, this one, it kind of allowed you to get into your zone. There was almost this quiet focus about when you were out there riding.
Yeah, it was not as much battling. You know, I was able to open up a little bit of a lead, and things were a little stretched out, which I was able to pick my own lines and make up a little bit of time. But, you know, it's a fun day. You know, the fans are great, and 4th of July weekend, I hope everybody enjoys it.
All right, for the fans, do a big red bud.
Red bud!
Back to you guys.
Nice, Tiffany. Hey, it's easy to cheer loud when you win. Yeah, it's truly Dungey's world here on NBC today. He wins both motos at Redbud, and that makes the math easy. You win them both, you win the overall. Reed is going to end up second, and you see he loses 6 more championship points to Dungey. That should be good enough for Reed to take over second in the series again.
Yeah, and a great foundation here for Ben Townley.
Yep.
4-3, had an opportunity to win first moto, but still 3rd overall was a fantastic result.
Let's go back down to Tiffany with Chad Reed.
Chad, we're at the halfway point of the season. Do you think everything turned for the better for you here at Redbud?
When you consider the result I had last week, for sure. You know, I'm not pumped on the result. You know, obviously I strive to win, but Ryan's riding real well, and we got a weekend off, and I got work to do. And I'm not afraid of work. You know, we got a lot of work. We've definitely got a hole to dig ourselves out of. But you know, the whole Monster Energy Kawasaki team, they're going to do an amazing job, and I'm going to fight hard. You know, fight to the end.
You're right there. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot,
guys.
Got a lot of great events coming up on Ally, including the Nike 6.0 BMX Open. Back in action. How's it going to go, Jamie?
Yeah, looking forward to that. It's the season opener for us. It's a doubleheader too, and you know, the best of Park, Vert, and Dirt are going to be there. All the big names, it's going to go off. It really is.
And then on the weekend of August 14th, we'll have a doubleheader. We'll be having motocross action, the Rockstar Energy Drink National from Unadilla, and then go right back to the Dew Tour, the Wendy's Invitational in Portland. It's going to be awesome. Let's go back down on the podium with Tiffany.
A very tired Ben Townley here, taking 3rd place. You talked about how you've improved throughout this season so far. How far along are you at, and where do you want to be by the time you're done?
I'm getting pretty close, you know. It's a lot better feeling standing up here at the end of the day, you know. Racing with Ryan and Chad and Shorty was a good day for me. We improved a lot. To be up front on the start in both motos helped a lot, you know, and just that one mistake still cost me in that first moto. But I enjoyed it, you know. The fans, as you can hear, are awesome, and the whole Lucas Oil Troy Designs Honda team, you know, they do a great job, and the other people I want to thank for getting up here, they're really working hard. So thanks to all of them and everyone else.
Congrats to you, Jason.
Let's check out your series points. Dungey continues to stretch it out. Reed takes his number 2 spot back from his fellow Australian Metcalfe. It is so close between 2nd and 7th in this tour, but they cannot close in on that leader. Check us out. We'll have a weekend off. We'll be racing at Millville, Minnesota. We'll have the coverage on Speed, as well as the next show in Washougal. We're going to Unadilla. Hey, this is the place to be, Redbud, for Independence Day weekend. The Prefontaine Classic coming up next. I want to thank our crew here, Jamie Beswick, Jeff Emig, Tiffany Simons, Jackie Pickering. I'm Jason Wygant. Thanks for watching live on NBC Sports, and congratulations to Ryan Dungey.